everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction watch the second episode of Keijo!
Keijo!
Got it that time. If you want to check out our reaction to the second episode of Keijo, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos. And thanks for watching.
So,
There's a little bit of teamwork starting to form here with Room 309 in this episode.
yeah, this episode is mainly just showing like the regular workout regimen.
Sort of day-to-day training
day-to-day
for the regular class.
We probably won't be getting around to seeing a lot of this.
One would help. It'd be like, yeah, let's just take one day, kind of show a day in the life of, and then move on to the story.
Yeah,
one would
move
help
on
anyway.
to probably more Keijo-related training rather than just basic core training.
So, like, the core training will happen regardless.
Yeah, that's everyday stuff.
Basically, this episode could be summed up in one line that was at the beginning of it. This is what you'll be doing every day for the next year.
Pretty
And that's
much.
all that
That's
we need to
it,
know
yeah.
about the core training.
Yeah, and yeah, there
Like
you
you
go.
can
That's
show the certain shots of them doing butt figure eights or butt walking.
Which,
and they sure did.
No, I mean during normal episodes, like you could show shots of that, and now we have the understanding that they do that every day.
Right. It's normal everyday stuff.
but things like the
Hip toss.
the hip toss thing, that's definitely not an everyday thing.
Special kind of a test.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Your pop-
Well,
quiz.
the teamwork drills, really.
Kind of a pop quiz, or should I say a booty pop quiz.
Anyway, one thing I really didn't like in this episode was how it was showing the elite class. Because if they're doing what it's showing them do, which is eat really unhealthy food, and it shows them doing like the Keijo exercises, but it doesn't show them doing any core training. Like basically when for the early part of the episode, when the regular class is outside doing core training, the elite class is in the classroom doing theory. What was it? Astronomy
astronomy
and boobology.
Yeah.
Where were those courses when we were in school, right?
Right. But yeah, they're in the classroom doing theory, and then when the regular class is in the classroom doing theory, shows the elite class outside doing just like actual Keijo,
Like stuff
drills,
on the land.
stuff
what
on
they
the
call it.
land. Yeah. And to be honest, if that's like what's actually going on with the elite class, this school's kind of fucking them over. Because it's taking these girls that are already elite talents for Keijo and doing them absolutely no favors.
They may be heightening up their skills in the arena, but
Core training is very important.
Yeah, I mean, if you neglect the fundamentals, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
That's just basics right there. Well, maybe that stuff's happening off screen. At least one would hope for their sake.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can think. But so far from what it's shown, that school is like fucking those girls over.
right.
Yeah, I mean, if it is showing like their basic fundamental training off screen, then it's only to make sure we don't take too much focus away from Room 309, because that's the main focus of the series.
Yeah.
I take it. Couple supporting characters in the elite class that we'll run into later, perhaps, but they're not as important to focus on.
For the
right now.
most part, it's the
Did you mention the food?
Yes, I did mention the food.
In the
They're
reaction,
like
yeah.
you can say that they're doing core training, on the side where we can't see it, but there's one thing that you can't deny, and that's the food that they're giving them. They're giving them really unhealthy breakfast. They just showed breakfast. I
showed
can only
American-style
assume that they
breakfast.
get some, that they're getting unhealthy food all the time. But they're getting a really unhealthy breakfast. I mean, one girl that we met who's in the elite class was eating gelato for breakfast.
Well, I mean, not just that. It seems to be a more American-style diet. Definitely saw it look like an omelet with bacon. Which, I mean, granted, I guess you can burn it off or whatever, but I don't think many elite athletes would eat a ordinary American breakfast or
High-calorie, high-fat diet.
Yeah, and definitely wouldn't like have ice cream almost ever.
High calorie.
Maybe a special
high
occasion.
calorie. And
High
protein.
calorie is one thing, but
High
to
fat,
have a
high calorie.
high fat, high calorie, high
Hey,
cholesterol. Your athletes aren't going to be eating that.
Yeah, no.
Like you can have high calorie diets because you do burn a lot of calories being an athlete, but it's not going to be unhealthy calories.
Actually, if they are truly like elite athletes, and this is like the elite academy for this sport in Japan, right?
Yeah.
For a while, I was fencing with a club in Colorado Springs based out of the U.S. Olympic Training Center there, and got to eat in the athletes' mess hall one day, and I saw, Olympic athletes like training that a few that actually competed in Rio and Beijing and all that, kind of turn in little cards, pretty much almost like a prescription, really, to get the exact amount of vitamins, dietary fibers, proteins, etc., that they needed for their sport. And they are extremely strict. Like every athlete at the training center almost has like an assigned nutritional expert.
Yeah.
So yeah, these diets are like handcrafted.
And then there's this guy who didn't give a shit about diet, and while he was doing sports in high school.
Well, that's another thing too. I mean, some elite athletes actually don't give a shit about their diet.
I am nowhere near elite. I was decent at swimming.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near elite. I'm fairly certain if I actually kept up with a diet and actually kept up with core training,
fundamentals,
I would have been really good.
I could have been a contender.
But
I look food too much. That's
Well,
my excuse.
Like there's one thing about athletes that don't really give a crap about their diet, but then you're also considering that this is a academy that is made specifically for this sport.
To go pro in this sport.
Yeah. They would be keeping track of that.
Yeah, it's not as if they're competing in Keijo for like a college varsity or club team. They want to hit the big time.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
I'm just saying. just one thing.
But then again, if there were such a sport that you could become an elite in on a diet of eggs, bacon, and gelato, wouldn't that be awesome?
It's for women only.
Well, actually, never mind. Thank goodness.
Right.
Because if I wanted to see guys do it, it's called sumo. And actually, sumo wrestlers
that would make sumo more interesting.
And actually, I know sumo wrestlers eat far healthier than that. They eat chanko nabe, which is chicken, veggies, fish in a stew. Everything healthy and lean. They just eat a lot of it and take naps after meals.
Anyway, probably the only nitpicky thing for me, and I've mentioned this in other kind of athletic anime that we've watched. When they're doing that much exercise, their busts probably wouldn't be that large.
Maybe that's why the fatty diet comes into play.
even then, I mean...
Even then, actually, yeah.
The thing that's problematic for women losing weight is that the first place that they lose it is in the boobs. So if they were eating the high-fat diet and doing all that exercise, they'd probably be flat-chested with big stomach and legs. Actually, they would look like that one teacher.
Well, that one teacher actually had a pretty big bust too.
She's just big all around.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like...
Big Mama don't mess around, though.
Yeah. If they were eating that kind of high-fat, high-cholesterol diet and doing all that exercise, they would probably look like that teacher.
Yeah, she looks like a former East German shot putter.
Pretty much.
Barrel just bulky and
took testosterone shots.
able to kick your ass by looking at you.
Actually, to me, she just looks like something that a few mothers I knew looked like.
Oh.
Just she got old, she got fat. Kind of looks normal.
The time moves on, basically.
Time waits for no figure.
Yes, pretty much.
Here you go, girls. You know, look into your dark future.
Oh,
I know.
that's not entirely true.
I know.
I'm just saying, like there are. I know a lot of people who look like that, and it's mostly because they had 3 kids and lost complete track of their diet.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's life.
But I think that we can all agree that Kazane was fucking adorable in this episode.
Alba-chan. Oh my god. That cute comical shyness.
And that.
Why you be the leader?
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
that,
damn
that
it.
Ponytail.
That ponytail ahoge. Top
And
notch.
Anyway, I think we've talked enough about this one.
I think so too.
So if you want to check out our reaction to the first episode of Keijo, go ahead and hit this link,
Keijo!
and it'll take you over to the playlist.
And here is a podcast where we talk about all the anime that we were watching this season.
If you're getting tired of Boobs and Butts the anime, also known as Keijo, check out OS Gaming, our new gaming channel.
And if you would like to help support us, go ahead and hit this link. It'll take you over to our Patreon. But let us know what you thought of this anime and what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. That joke was a bust.
See you next time.